Hello everyone. In previous video we have seen about the shearing bridge. So we will continue the remaining part of the same. So in last video we have seen this shearing bridge circuit, the complex notation for the impedances. Then we have seen the relation for unknown capacitance in the shearing bridge as well as dissipation factor for the shearing bridge. Now we will see the determination of dielectric material. The shearing bridge can be used to determine the properties of dielectric material of a capacitor. A guide ring is incorporated in the capacitor to avoid the surface leakage. The combination of Cx and Rs in Zx arm is replaced by a standard variable capacitance Cs. In addition, another capacitor C4 is connected in parallel with the resistance R4 as shown in this figure. Here C4 is connected in parallel with resistance R4. It can be seen from the figure that switch S has also been included in the circuit. This switch is opened when the balance is attained first. At this instant, the value of Cs is measured and noted as Cs open. Now the switch is closed and the balance is attained once again by adjusting capacitances Cs and C4. C4 is also here given. The new value of Cs is measured and noted as Cs close. The unknown capacitance Cx can be obtained as Cx equals to Cs close minus Cs open. Once Cx has been measured, its relative permittivity, that is epsilon, can be found easily provided the dimensions of metal plates or electrodes are known. The general relation for relative permittivity of a parallel plate capacitance is given as epsilon r equals to Cx into d upon epsilon 0a, where d a and epsilon 0 represent the distance between metal plates, the area of plates, and permittivity of free space or vacuum respectively. Another method to determine the relative permittivity is the one in which the dielectric material is removed after measuring the value of Cx and the distance between the metal plates is adjusted so that the value of capacitance remains the same. When the thickness of the dielectric material and adjustment of the distance between metal plates are considered, the effective capacitance C effective is given by the relation C effective is epsilon 0 a upon T plus D minus x, where T represents the thickness of dielectric, D represents the dielectric metal plate gap, and x represents the reduction in distance between the plates in two measurements. However, the effective capacitance can also be found as the series combination of Cx and capacitance due to space between dielectric and metal plate C0. So we can write C effective is Cx C0 upon Cx plus C0, or C effective is epsilon 0 epsilon r a upon d into epsilon 0 a upon t upon epsilon 0 epsilon r a upon d plus epsilon 0 a upon t, that is epsilon 0 epsilon r into a upon epsilon r t plus d. epsilon 0 epsilon 0 a. Now equating these two equations, so here by equating this first equation and this second equation, we can write epsilon 0 a upon t plus d minus x equals to epsilon 0 epsilon r a upon epsilon r t plus d. Therefore, the relative permittivity is given as epsilon r equals to d upon d minus x, and this equation gives the required relation for relative permittivity of capacitance under measurement. Now we will see one numerical for shearing bridge. Shearing bridge is operated on 800 volt shearing bridge is operated on 800 volt with a frequency of 500 Hz in order to measure a high voltage capacitor. The following data is given about the balanced bridge, that is C1 is given 0.2 microfarad, C3 is given, that is 2200 picofarad, R3 is given as 1.5 kilo ohm, and R4 is given as 12 kilo ohm. So here we have to determine value of unknown capacitor and dissipation factor. So the value of unknown capacitance can be found that Cx equals to C1 R3 upon R4. After substituting the values 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 6, that is C1 is given in microfarad, so into 10 raised to minus 6 is written. R3 is 1.5 kilo ohm and R4 is 12 kilo ohm. So after calculating this, we will get Cx, that is value of unknown capacitor, as 0.025 microfarad, and second parameter which we have to determine, that is dissipation factor. It is calculated as D equals to omega C3 into R3, where omega is 2 pi f C3 into R3. So if we substitute the values, 2 pi f is 500 hertz, C3 is 2200 picofarad, so that's why 10 into 10 raised to minus 12, and R3 is 1.5 kilo, so into 10 raised to 3, and by calculation we will get dissipation factor D equals to 0.01. So this is the value of dissipation factor. Now we will see the next bridge, that is Venn bridge, WIE, Venn bridge for frequency measurement. So Venn bridge is also RC bridge, consisting of a series as well as parallel RC combination. So here you can see series combination is there, here parallel combination is used. The circuit of Venn bridge is shown in the figure. From the figure we can say that the series and parallel RC combinations are connected in adjoining arms of the bridge. Also the capacitances used in the bridge are of fixed values. So here capacitances C1 and C2 are used, which are having fixed values. However, the R1 and R2, both variable resistors, are used and adjusted in order to attain the balance of the bridge. The controls of these resistances are usually connected mechanically such that they can be adjusted simultaneously. The impedances can be written in their complex notation as so for Z1 R1 minus j omega C1, for Z2 1 upon 1 upon R2 plus j omega C2. Z3 and Z4 both are resistors, so Z3 equals to R3, Z4 equals to R4. We know the balance condition of the bridge is given as Z1 Z4 equals to Z2 Z3. So in this balance condition equation we will substitute so here in this balance condition of the bridge, the equation is Z1 Z4 equals to Z2 Z3. So we will substitute these values in this equation, so we will get R1 minus j upon omega C1 into R4 equals to 1 upon R2 plus j omega C2 into R3. So after equating the real and imaginary terms, we get the R3 upon R4 equals to R1 upon R2 plus C2 upon C1, and omega C2 R1 R4 equals to R4 upon omega C1 R2. The angular frequency omega is expressed as 2 pi f in imaginary part. So here 2 pi f bracket square, that means omega square C2 R1 C1 R2 equals to 1, or we can write for frequency f equals to 1 upon 2 pi square root C2 R1 C1 R2. So Venn bridge attains balance only at a specific supply frequency, which can be obtained using this equation. We have discussed this bridge in its basic form, which measures the frequency. In addition, it can be used as a frequency determining element in audio range and high frequency oscillators, and as a notch filter in harmonic distortion analyzers. Now we will see one numerical based on this Venn bridge. So Venn bridge at balance has the following components given as R1 and R2 both are given as 820 ohm. C1 is given as 0.2 microfarad. C2 is given as 0.4 microfarad and R3 is given as 1.5 kilo ohm. Here we have to find frequency and value of resistance R4. The frequency of Venn bridge can be found as, we know the expression, that is f equals to 1 upon 2 pi square root C2 R1 C1 R2. We know the values. After substituting, the expression will be 1 upon 2 pi square root. C2 is given 0.4 microfarad, so into 10 raised to minus 6. R1 0.2, sorry, C2 is given, that is 0.4 microfarad. Then C1 is given 0.2 microfarad, so 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 6, and R1 R2 both are given as 820 ohm, so into 820 two times. After solving this equation, we will get frequency as f equals to 686 hertz, and second parameter we have to find, that is unknown the value of resistance R4. So resistance R4 can be determined using the relation R4 equals to R3 upon R1 upon R2 plus C2 upon C1. And after substituting the values, we will get R4 equals to R3, that is 1.5 kilo ohm, upon R1 upon R2, that is 820 by 820, plus C2 by C1, that is 0.4 microfarad upon 0.2 microfarad. So for microfarad into 10 raised to minus 6 is written. So on solving this expression, we will get the value of resistance R4, that is R4 equals to 500 ohm. So we will get this value of unknown value of resistance R4. So till now in AC bridges, first we have covered DC bridges, then types of DC bridges, that is Kelvin bridge and Wheatstone bridge, and after that we started AC bridges. In that we have seen the basic AC bridge, then modified AC bridge or de-Sauty bridge. We have seen modified de-Sauty bridge, then parallel resistance capacitance bridge, and in this video we have seen some part of the shearing bridge and Venn bridge for frequency measurement. So in next videos we will see the inductance measuring bridge, and later we will see the some another bridges. Thank you for watching.